Very much. Now, President Nausėda, the floor is yours to answer the questions, the varying arguments, points that have been made over the past hour. The floor is yours. Welcome again.
First of all, I would like to react to some comments made by the colleagues, parliamentary members from Lithuania. For example, Mr. Tomaszewskis regretted that I am attacked by some political parties in Lithuania, even after the elections where I collected 67% of votes. You know, I am a new man in the politics. I went to the politics in 2019. I was elected as a president, as an independent candidate, the president of Lithuania. But one issue I realized being in the politics, that the politics is not just peaceful and coexistence with the political parties. This is a fight, this is a competition. And this is not a competition for my own interests, but it's a competition for the ideas I present. And but one of the main priorities, I went to the politics, and my program was dedicated to the social welfare state idea. And even in being in this competition, with, sometimes with opposition, sometimes with ruling coalition, we were able to implement some very important measures which will make the life of some sensitive and exposable groups of society better. First of all, the pensioners, socially affected families, and so on and so on. Now, some comments on migration. I would like to touch the issue of migration because this is very important. We have two kinds of migration. Migration which is caused by just spontaneous movements of the people from the countries where are some social problems. Those countries are in the stage of war. And this second kind of migration, we call it instrumentalized migration. And we face this phenomena into 2020. People just became the weapons in the hands of some totalitarian leaders which are near to us, for example, Mr. Lukashenko. And he used deliberately this kind of migration, just trying to destabilize the situation in my country and in European Union. What we need in this situation? We need very clear legal framework in order to deal with this kind of challenges. If we will not have it, just we will put the instruments into the hands of Lukashenko or Putin to attack us, to destabilize us, and this is not good. So this is the reason why we ask European Parliament, we ask European Commission to provide this kind of legal framework in order to be more efficient and in order to be more successful in fighting illegal migration. Of course, this is not only one issue. There are many other issues, and we have to strengthen our strategic communication. We have to help these people which returned to the origin countries to be reintegrated into the society, and we have to be much more active in the countries of origin of migration and transit of migration. Now about Ukraine. Why Lithuania is taking the lead in providing the support to Ukraine? I can explain it by telling you some historic facts. There was a time, 14th, 15th, 16th century, as we were in the same Commonwealth of Lithuanians, coexisting with Belarusians and Ukrainians. And it was very peaceful formation of the countries, one common body of countries. And there was full respect of the nations to each other. Even the nations which belong to different language groups, they have very different traditions. And you know, these kind of feelings, we remember, lead to the empathy to Ukraine. We treat them like the brothers and sisters. They are our brothers and sisters. The second reason, Lithuania, as never one else, probably, maybe Baltic countries and Poland, putting them together, understands that the fight in the battle, on the battlefields in Ukraine is a freedom fight, but not only the freedom fight of Ukrainians. This is our freedom fight. Because as my colleague, I think from Estonia mentioned, the second target will be Baltic countries, Poland, maybe Romania, and there will be third target. If Putin will be not stopped in Ukraine, there will be next targets. We have to be fully aware of it. China. Yes, Lithuania had some interesting, challenging history of relations with China. Several years ago, we decided to leave so-called format of 17+1 because we realized that this format is not any much promising to us and implementing very important infrastructure projects and so on and so on. And we decided to leave it, and we still defend the idea that we have to speak with China one voice. So 27 countries plus one would be best suitable format in communication and relations with China. Some other countries followed our example, and now this format is already 13 or 14+1. And I think that sooner or later we will come to the conclusion that the best way to deal with China is just 27+1. Enlargement of European Union. This is very important, and we are keen proponent of enlargement of Europe. We defend the right of our nations to join European Union sooner or later. So this is the reason why we support the aspirations of Moldova, aspirations of Ukraine, aspirations of Georgia, because we remember very well what the trigger, powerful trigger of progress was our membership in European Union. As we entered European Union, we started from 43% of GDP per capita. Now we already reached 86% of GDP per capita, and we are running forward with excellent speed. So this is a huge opportunity to be European, but this is also responsibility. To be European means responsibility. To be sensible, to be united, and to help the countries in need. And this country in need is now Ukraine. So we have to understand and remember it very well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you. The sitting will resume in approximately 1 minute, where we start with the votes.